Okay, we have 3 more anti-crochet hooks. We have the Fan by Vicars, patented in 1896, Slipknot by Morales, patented in 1903, and the Alexandra by Morales, again patented somewhere during the early 20th century. My source will be a link in the comments below, lacebuttons.com by Nancy Nehrig, great author. The site has primary sources for the patents, advertisements, so on, so on. Okay. I started reading Heritage Crochet by Mary Connoir a few months ago. This is what got me into crochet history and really researching it. And on page 40, it showed these 2 funky crochet hooks. Figure 11, steel hook with a fan-shaped extension as a thumb rest, patented in 1896. Figure 12, steel hook with an ingenious thumb rest, patented in 1903. Absolutely ridiculous. These were still my early days into crochet history. This is what I was accustomed to, like many. Simple aluminium hook, simple thumb rest, not much to do about it. Then you see variations of this with different handles, pretty much all the same standard. In comparison, these are crazy. You think, were these people on drugs? So this is the Vicars Fan thumb rest, Vicars Motor Crow hook, RD number 610259, and it's a little size 3. This is the stunning hook head, absolutely beautiful. And then the handle and the flip side are bare. Isn't that lovely? Vicars patent number 20064, size 1. Hook head. Oh, that's such a desirable shape, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Again, handle and flip side are bare. I haven't found much about Vicars. I believe they may have been a haberdashery, and you would, get a company like Morales or Millwoods, whoever's running the game, they would make it and just stamp your haberdashery to advertise it. I'm not too sure. That's just something I believe. And then by comparison, these 2, the thumb rest is much lower down on the motor and the patent is a bit higher. Are these good thumb rests, you're asking yourself? They are. They really quite are. They're not sharp at all. They're very nice and smooth. Holding it, it doesn't really extend too far. A modern problem is hooks just go too far out, very uncomfortable. This one much nicer control. I like being near my hook head. That one's a bit too far away. But it's very beautiful. Moving on. This is Slipknot by Morales, patented in 1903 in a size 5.5. Hook head, absolutely stunning. Just a tiny little guy. The thumb rest, inscribed with 5.5. It's a lovely little design. Very innovative. Morales Slipknot, patented number, 806. Absolutely fabulous. It is a great thumb rest, I have to say. Never had an issue. I think for a larger hook, this would be ideal. I think that would be superb. Now let me just show you an advertisement from 1915. This is her. We have the Slipknot, nickel-plated, a very comfortable hook to use. Isn't that cute? And then we have easy holding. I have that too. We have the Clive, triplex. I think I may have all of these. Isn't that fun? And then the patent, you're asking yourself. Here she is. And really what it just says is they're using a longer steel rod to form it, just so when you do twist and turn it, it ends up the right length. And you're thinking, sure, but was this, they were just innovative, this was fun for the market, this was just shits and giggles, really? No, the thing is, this thumb rest was patented, I think maybe until 1912, 15, somewhere around there. This thumb rest had a patent in England, America, I think Germany, France. August Kippenberg designed this thumb rest, patented it. He knew it was the easiest, the best. You get a steel rod, of course this is aluminium, just dent it, lovely thumb rest, easy to use, no issues. You don't have to go, inventing all of this. So that's the reason you had various thumb rests, because you couldn't get around the patent. You had to be innovative. And also it did draw more of the market to you. If you saw this these days, you would think, that's ridiculous, I must have it. Let's see what else. We have the Alexandra, one of my favorites. I made that little doily with this. We have the patent 271297. And of course, it's a little lace hook. It's a size 5.5. Absolutely fabulous. This is the little hook. And as many, this is the cap and the handle. Just put it on there. This is the lovely hook head. That's what a 5.5 is. And this is Morale's 5.5. Not very standardized between the two. There's a slight difference. Anyways, yeah. Registration number on the back. Read that to you already. Sorry, not on the back, just hidden now. Very nice, very simple, very effective. And if you're wondering, okay, why is it called the Alexandra? Of course, it's going to be about what Princess Alexandra was it? She was the niece to Queen Victoria? Well, I'm not too very into royals. What I can tell you about this hook before I rattle on is it's a little coil inside, which was a very popular design for a while. This is maybe 20 years after, but every 20 years we always see the tradition of going back 20 years to the vintage style, recreating it. It was very fun. Anyway, so we kind of see that revival where it's one of those coil handles, which is very, very fun. Anyway, Queen Alexandra had a company set up where she would have knitters and perhaps crocheters who would knit for the army. They would knit for the forces. We see that Queen Victoria made a crochet scarf, maybe 8 of them, and gave those to soldiers. That was prior to World War I. But during World War I, Alexandra would set up this company, and it would be a charity where you would make clothing, any sort of garments really, for soldiers, for the war effort to support people. Very charitable and, of course, very prestigious. So a crochet hook company like Morale's, you want to be associated. So naming a hook after royalty wasn't very unheard of. You had the Victoria hook as well. You had the Penelope hook, which in Needlework for All, I know they have an advertisement and it says the original hook used by Her Majesty Alexandra. So you use royal names to promote your product, really. Anyway, that's the Alexandra lovely hook. Here's an advertisement from 1915. We see it's with the triplex, which was patented in 1907, was it? And just a few other hooks from earlier in the century. So I'm guessing it wasn't that old. It must have been around 1911-ish. 1914-ish. Around those years, that's when Alexandra became known to these industries as marketable, really. That's all I know, really. We have the Alexandra metal sheath, numbered, safe to carry. Isn't that lovely? I think that's it, really. I'll be back with more, of course, but I hope that was informative, and do look at the original patents and advertisements and many more sources on lacebuttons.com.